Louisiana shit. Murder on the beat.
And welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look. It's definitely like a tropical eye look today. So I hope you enjoy the video. Keep on watching. So I'm just going to jump right into this tutorial, and I'm going to start by priming my face. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. I just got a sample because I've heard mixed emotions on this primer. So we're going to try it out. And if we like it, we'll get the full size. The reason why I always do a sample first if I don't know if I'm going to love the product is because if I were to get the full size and I wouldn't like it, I would never return it. It would just be sitting here and I would never use it. So it's just kind of a waste. So I always do this in order to see if I'm actually going to like it. Also, excuse my nails. I'm getting them done tomorrow. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the Dior Forever foundation, and I actually like this. My earring just broke. Let's take this one out. So now that I've applied that to my face, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to use my beauty blender as always. I feel like a lot of people, not a lot, I feel like most people use sponges, beauty blenders, to blend out their foundation, but I feel like I should change it up and use a brush. I'm just not sure which brush, but I really want to try to change things up because I feel like I just do the same thing all the time. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium and just conceal under my eyes, on my chin, on the center of my forehead, and on my Cupid's bow, just to bring light to the center of the face.
Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl.
So after I've applied my concealer, I don't want it to be harsh, so I go over the edges with my beauty blender that I used for my foundation. Now that I've concealed, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild contour stick, and this is in the shade 806, Where's Walnut. I'm just going to apply this to the normal places that you would contour. I'm just going to use my Morphe sponge for this. So now that I've blended in my cream contour, I'm going to do the same thing. Go over it with my foundation sponge, just to make sure it's not too hard. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline Loose Powder in the shade Light Medium, and I'm going to set my under eye. I'm not going to bake, but I just apply a lot of powder and I push it into my under eye. I really like this powder. It's not drying whatsoever. The Laura Mercier on me is very drying. This one is not drying whatsoever, so I really like it. And it's very smooth and filtered. It makes you look like you have a real life filter. It smooths out your texture. I love it so much. And now I'm gonna take a little bit more and apply this over my cream contour and over the rest of my face. So for bronzer today, I'm gonna go in with my Milani Soleil bronzer. This bronzer does have a slight shimmer in it, but I love it during the summer because when the sun hits you, you just have like an all over glow. So now that I've done my bronzer, I'm going to go in with blush, and this is the Wet n Wild in the color Pearlescent Pink. I'm just taking this on a stippling brush. I love blush. It just really brings life back into your face. After I've applied my blush, I'm going to go back in with my powder blush and just go over the blush just to soften it a little bit. So now that I have applied all my cheek products, well, mostly, I'm going to go in with the same Maybelline powder and just sharpen up this edge right here so it'll look a lot more cleaner. So while that's baking, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I'm just going to fill in my brows. A lot of people have been asking me questions about my eyebrows, and I'm thinking about doing a more in-depth video on my eyebrows because it's just a long process, especially to do another video. It would just take forever. So comment down below if you want to see a brow tutorial. Now that I'm done with my brows, I'm going to go straight into eyeshadow, and I'm gonna take a fluffy crease brush, and this is the Morphe M504, and I'm gonna go into my Lamar Cosmetics palette, and I'm gonna take this palette's just giving me like vacation vibes, so I think I'm gonna do something like tropical inspired. So I'm gonna go straight in with this burnt orange shade, and I'm going to take that into my crease. So now that I've applied just a little bit of that, I'm going to go back in with that same shade and just build it up more just in my crease. More, focusing it more on just my crease. So now that I put that in my crease, I'm going to go in with my Morphe M330. I'm going to go into this tropical shade. So after I've done that, I'm going to go back with Coco Taxi, the first shade I used. I'm going to go over everything just to make sure everything's blended out correctly. I actually seen a look on Shelby, I don't know how to say her last name, but on a look sort of like this. She just did like a burnt orange in the crease and like a blue on her bottom lash, and I think I'm going to do something like that. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with El Maldición in this palette. It's like a green, kind of olivey undertoned gold, and I am going to put that all over the lid. And I'm just going to wet my brush with a little bit of setting spray, just so this color would be a lot more pigmented. So now I'm just going to put that on the eyelid. So now that I've applied that, I'm going to go back in with that Tropical shade and put that right here on the outer edge of my eye and just blend it into that gold. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with my Fit Me Loose Setting Powder once again, and I'm going to take a little angled brush like this, and I'm going to put this on the edge of my eyeshadow. And this does not make it look so harsh as tape does, and a lot of people use tape. I personally don't like it because it does make my eyeshadow look really harsh, and I just don't enjoy that. This kind of gives it just like a soft, more precise line. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. brush just like this, and I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take this royal blue shade, and I'm going to drag that across my bottom lash line. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with that same little brush that I used to apply my powder. And I'm just going to blend this out a little bit, smoke it out. Just like this. Just so it won't be so harsh. So I've had some fallout, if you can see. And I'm just going to go in with my Fit Me powder again. I'm just gonna wipe it away while I have some of that powder on my brush. And now that I finished, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away that powder I had on the sides of my eyes. So now I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara and just coat my lashes. So once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my Jordana Fabuliner, and I'm going to do a thin line on the top of my lash line. I like using this instead of my e.l.f. whenever I'm just doing, I just want a line just to blend my lashes into, because it's a lot less pigmented than the e.l.f. one. It's not as black, so it doesn't look so harsh. For lashes today, I'm going to go in with Bombshell Lashes in the style Bling. So someone requested to do an in-depth, like how to apply false lashes, and I thought I would just include it in this video instead of making a whole nother video, because it's really not a hard process to make a whole video on. So what I do is I just take my duo glue, and for beginners, like I said before, this is a really good glue to start off with. And I just take it and I apply a thin amount to the lashes. I don't put a lot at all. As you see, I just make sure it's on there. So now I'm going to let this get a little tacky, and I wait about 20 seconds before I apply it. So once they've gotten a little tacky, the first thing I like to do is I like to apply it, and I don't push anything in yet. It's just literally sitting on my lash line. So now I like to grab the edge, and I like to see where I'm pushing it, and if it feels right, you can kind of feel where your lashes are, and I just push in the end first, the outer edge, and then I go back in and I push in the front edge. So now that I have the outer and the inner edge secured, I go in and I push the middle in. When I'm doing this, I also grab my lashes and push them, squeeze them with the false lashes, just so they it looks a little bit more put together. I can't talk. This is a lot easier to do with tweezers. I can't find mine. So now that I've applied my lashes, I'm going to go back in with my mascara, and I'm going to do a thin coat on my bottom lash because I don't want to cover up the blue. Now, this probably isn't the best thing to do for your eyes, but a lot of times I do this because I want the blue or whatever color it is that I use to be a little bit more vibrant. I'm going to go ahead and take that same shade from the color in the same brush also, and I just open my eyes really wide. I'm going to apply that to my waterline just very slightly. You can get this in your eye, so be careful if you're doing this. And this will just make that blue a lot more vibrant. I'm actually going to go in and apply some more. So this will get on top of my mascara a little bit, so mascara won't be so black, it'll be a little bit blue. You do not have to do this. This is totally optional, but I feel like it does make that blue a lot more vibrant. If you have a blue liner, that would work way better. I just don't happen to have one right now. So I'm going to take my powder brush and go ahead and dust off this big. It's been sitting there for a while.
So now I'm going to spray my face with my Morphe setting spray.
I love setting sprays so much. It feels so refreshing and it does make a huge difference in your makeup. So now that has set down a little bit, I'm going to go in with my Morphe M510 brush, and I'm taking my Resi highlighter. And I'm just going to go in. So now I'm going to go in with my usual Morphe 321, and I'm going to use this to highlight my nose. I just did a little dot at the top, at the tip I mean, and then I'm going to go in and take it along the bridge, just like that. Now I'm going to take it and also apply that to my inner tear duct. I'm also going to take this on my cupid toe. I'm going to take my powder brush and just go over this highlight on my nose because I don't like it that intense. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with my lip color, and this is the Ofra Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in Verona. And I'm just going to apply this. So that shade came out a lot browner than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Stark Naked and just go over it. In the summer, I love glossy lips. So I'm going to go in with my Fenty Gloss Bomb and just go over those lips. And now that we're done with that, I'm going to go back in with my Morphe setting spray and do one more spray. So that's it for this tutorial, girls. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure to like it if you did, and comment down below if you want to see a brow tutorial next, or if you want to see a bright smoky eye next. So let me know. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.